It's less likely to happen when you can say, I did step 1 and I have 3 more steps to go. I'm on step 2. I know what step 3 is going to look like. I'm on step 3. I'm finished at step 4. That is transmutational, because it says I'm giving myself permission to take 4 steps out of what I'm feeling right now that just bubbled up out of nowhere. And after those 4 steps, I'm going to be on the other side. Not only that gives you hope, but it gives you momentum, and it puts you in the present standing that you can make change for yourself right now and make a pivot to have the best life, 40 and over, without guilt and apology. So let me tell you how I get my clients to do it. It starts with a clarity call, right? You'll get an ebook from me, or you'll get the archetype quiz. And in every communication, it gives you an opportunity, number 1, to reflect on what you read, do the exercises in the ebook, or actually embody who you intrinsically knew that you were in your archetype persona, or give you a completely different understanding of who you thought you could be. And because of that, I say, book a call with me. Let's talk about it. So that's step 1. Clarity in your understanding of who you are at this moment, so you know how to get to where you need to go in your future. That's monumental. And why do you need support and clarity with that? Well, number 1, you're only stuck in the information that you have. And so you don't know what you don't know. And so when you and I have these clarity calls, step number 1, you get insight. You get perspective that you didn't see was possible before. Why didn't you see it before? Because you were looking from this lens. And I expand your perspective so you can see all versions of what's possible, not just the story that you've been telling. From there, you get to understand, oh, that's why I have belly bloat. Oh my goodness, that's why my hair is falling out. Or that's why I get angry every time that happens to me, or I see that. You get a chance to uncover some of those layers of understanding that gives validity to those emotions that are bubbling up randomly when you don't know why. Now, and of course, everybody wants to tell you that it's menopause, but girl, it's not. Everything is not menopause. What if menopause was just an accumulation of all those emotions and all those mental aberrations and mental clutter and all those things that didn't align with you, and now your body's saying, enough! I've had enough! And your spirit is going, finally, she's getting it. You didn't get it when your knee buckled. You didn't get it when you started having heart palpitations. You didn't even get it when you were diagnosed with prediabetes. You didn't get it when you start having migraine headaches. You didn't get it when your skin started being dry and itchy. You didn't get it when you had adult acne. You didn't get it. But something stirred in you to finally get you to nudge to go look for the understanding. And that's probably why you found this video. So step number 1 is clarity. That's what you and I do together during our calls. And you get prompted to take that call if you got an ebook from me, or you actually did an archetype quiz to understand where you are. Maiden, mother, guardian, crone. I'll do a video about that. The second step is we start to kind of unravel how we deal with what surfaced. Okay, yeah, your knee hurts, and you got booty problems, and your cervix might be acting up, and your hair might be falling out and becoming wiry. And yes, you might be not willing to embrace your gray, but I'm telling you, that's the easy part. Well, how do we fix that? Well, from a naturopathic perspective, step 2 is a 90-day recalibration. Let's recalibrate all of it, right? How do we do that? We detox you first. Detoxification is the major component of healing. You cannot repair emotionally, spiritually, or physically unless you purge the old to embrace the new. So within your recalibration program, the first thing we do is we detox. And during that detox process, you are on a herbal and homeopathic foundational detox program. But not only are you detoxing your liver, your lymph, your bladder, your colon, your lungs, your respiratory system, you're also detoxing those old emotions, because you're releasing parasites and fungus and yeast and mold. and glyphosates and dye number 4 and extra sodium and all those things that are weighing you down. You know, those things weigh you down emotionally, mentally, as well as physically. During the detox process, you might notice less bloating. Oh my God, you're going to sleep better. You might notice that those last 10 pounds or 8 pounds or 5 pounds that you thought that you couldn't lose, they're starting to fall away, because the truth is weight is not just about adipose. And while you're connecting with your creative center in the coloring process, we are journaling this. We are working through this process together. And you're able to connect the dots between the detoxification of your body, the detoxification of your spirit, and your mental self starts to feel a little bit more balanced and centered and in control of your life. The third step is I connect you to what it feels like to have the proper diet for you. Like, everybody says, I have a good diet. I know how to eat right. But the truth is, do you really? Do you really? When I send your hair to the lab puts together the mineral protocol based on your biochemical needs. You know, maybe you have fear of the past because you have too much magnesium in your system. Did you know that was a thing? Mineral imbalances will have an impact on your emotions. Too much calcium, dry skin, dry hair, hair falling out. That is what creates the dynamic of you feeling introverted and not wanting to be bothered. And that's usually a protective mechanism because of trauma. So hair tissue analysis also helps to unravel the spirit, mind, body conundrum of why women over 40 just sometimes feel like we can't get it together. Not only does the hair tissue analysis do that, but it gives you the proper diet for yourself. I know that you're doing your green smoothies and you're doing your sea moss and you're doing your chia seeds and you're doing the extra vitamin D because of your bones. How about you mineralize and supplement based on what your biochemistry needs, not what social media is promoting, right? Everything ain't for everybody, y'all. You have to get in where you fit in, but know where you fit in because you've assessed yourself as an individual, not because you collectively put yourself in herd mentality and you said, I'm 47, I'm 49, I'm in menopause, this is supposed to happen to me because this happens to every other woman. Nah, I think you're better than that. God has created you a very unique, beautiful individual soul. And because of that, the hair tissue analysis, it gives you the proper minerals for you. So you no longer have to go to Vitamin World and try to figure out what Sarita said that she did to help whatever. You're not Sarita. You're not Tracy. You're not Yvonne. You're you. And so when that hair tissue analysis comes back, you know what it does? It solidifies the connection between your spirit, mind, and body. How you have been showing up and how you can make changes based on your individual assessments. Those are the steps. You also get coaching through that. And so in this process of helping you realign to get to the version of yourself that requires no guilt and no apology to move forward, you get the support and it's systematized. One of the reasons why women are not able to move forward in their journey up into a certain point is because we're just throwing spaghetti at the wall. We're hearing some things, we give in. We give in to what we hear because it's easy. Getting someone to help you pivot in your life says that I'm willing to do the new work. I'm not going to say the hard work. I'm going to say the new work. Do something I've never done before so I can get results that I never had. I know that sounds cliche, but the truth is, if only you are trying to help you get out of the problem that you have, you're never going to get out of it because you don't have new insight. That's where I come in. I've been working with women for 20 years as a doctor of naturopathic medicine and a wellness coach. And I am here to tell you, whatever diagnosis that you have in your body, it is absolutely tied to an emotional and a mental misalignment. If I were to move on further, how the system works, we talked about the first system is we have the clarity call, right? You and I have that call and be like, girl, hey girl. The second thing is we detox you. The third thing is we send your hair to the lab so we can look at your biochemistry, the undercurrent of what you can't see, the shadow areas of your existence that we can clean up and make true for you. Now, I don't just stop there, right? That's the 90-day recalibration program. After the 90-day recalibration program, I invite you into what is called the Flourish Circle. The Flourish Circle is the tribe or the community that I've created for women over 40 who are on this journey, and they need to be reminded of who they are, where they're going, and have the collective momentum energy magnified and intensified with each new woman coming in to her own alignment. We are propelling each other forward in that divine space, and we're amplifying the energy of it. So only women who are on the journey of wholeness as they pivot their new life, get to their new life, you know, that transmutation thing, those are the ones who are invited to the Flourish Circle. And that's kind of midway into you in your 90-day recalibration program. But it doesn't stop there either, because all of the things that I do with you are virtual. And so there is a level of connection that we have when we collectively connect energetically, but there's nothing more dynamic and more powerful than meeting live. So the fourth phase of my process is I bring you to a retreat in Dominican Republic, all inclusive, just us. And we get to connect with each other on the collective space of we're doing this together, we're making an impact, and it's working. During that retreat, I'm going to be doing one-on-one sessions. We're going to have some things that we do on the beach. Everything is included for you. The food is magnificent. The beach setting is awesome. It's the perfect reset that you need in order to truly align yourself with this new version of you. So I always tell my clients, you are aligning yourself with the version of you that holds the purse to your purpose without guilt and apology. Now, what is that purse? That purse is proverbial, but what's in it is all of the things that you've collected out of those traumas that bubbled up that we talked about earlier, and we say to the pain and we hold on to the wisdom. As we collect those opportunities of wisdom, that is what gives us strength to create a lifestyle in this thing. You know, wellness for us is not just a feel-good experience. It's actually something that we have to embody for the rest of our lives. It's not just for a time and a season. It is for now, but it's also forever. It's not a destination, it's a journey. And if you live this journey authentically, you will start to collect other people on the path. That will become your new tribe, sometimes your new family, and you will radiate that. As you're radiating this new transformative you, guess what else happens? Things that no longer serve you will start to drop off. And things that you thought would never come to reality will start to float to you because you are aligned, finally, spirit, mind, and body with everything you know that you are deserving of. You know, we are born for greatness. The world has told us that we had to wait for it. We had to beg for it. We had to scrape and I can't even say the word. You know what I'm saying. But the truth is, divine law says all of the things that are meant for us are already here. We've never spoken it into existence. We speak lack. We speak doubt. But rarely do we actually speak abundance. So within that process, in that coaching time, I share with you some really powerful techniques on how to speak life into you. This process that I'm offering of transmutation, when you're used to transforming from bad to worse probably, is really about connecting with the system, understanding that there's accountability, there's support, but even after you and I disconnect, which most clients we never do, you have the tools. You know that every year you're going to detox your body. About every 18 months, you're going to do a hair tissue analysis so you can be sure that you're eating properly and you're getting the proper supplementation. You're going to stay connected to a community that thrives on high vibration. And with those high vibrational ideals, you're going to realize that everything that you've done up until this moment was absolutely necessary, because now you can appreciate where you're going. where before you might not have been able to see where you were going, because these emotions and these mental things started bubbling up out of nowhere. You couldn't figure out how to deal with them, so you started hiding and covering up. Now you can just shine and step into the light to be that awesome, amazing woman, pivoting into her rightful place as she ascends higher into her reality of moving beyond 40, 50, 60. So if that sounds good to you, I have some space in my calendar. I would love to talk to you. I would love for you to pop in and get the 3-minute energy reset workbook. Sorry, it's not a workbook, it's an ebook. So you can start to see where your energy is being drained, how and why. I would love for you to do the archetype quiz so you can understand if you are a maiden, a mother, a guardian, or a crone. If you don't know what those are, I'll do a video for you. But at the end of the day, this video was about you transmuting from the version of yourself that might have woke up this morning and says, who the hell am I? What am I doing? This is getting too much. To the understanding that there is a transmutation process that you can have, and you're not doing it by yourself. You have me, your coach, Dr. Stephanie, moving you from panic to empowerment in every aspect of your life, just one concept at a time. And today, this concept was about the transmutation versus transformation. Remember, you can transform from bad to worse. And sometimes we do that. We start and we stop. We start and we stop. And it feels good and then it ends. And then oh God, now I'm worse. Now I'm 5 years behind, 6 months behind, 10 years behind. That's transformation. Transmutation says everything that happened in the past, all of those experiences, I see them differently because I have systems in place to transform my perspective of how I looked at it. And now I see those things as opportunities, not traumas, not pain, but awareness. So I'm not going to belabor this video any longer. It should be about 20 minutes, and that's kind of like the cutoff point. You know, I know your attention span might be a little off. Sometimes mine is too. So without further ado, if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I know they say you're not supposed to say all three. Whatever you feel comfortable with doing as a result of this video, do it. You want to just comment? If you want to take the quiz or get the ebook, those links are for you down below. And if you want to hang out with me, let's connect. I can't wait to see you in Dominican Republic, though. That's kind of like the sweet spot. I didn't tell you when it was, actually. The Dominican Republic retreat is called Reflect, Reframe, Renew. It's all-inclusive, and that is March 4th to the 8th, 2026. So you have time to start your journey so you can be one of those exclusive 25 women that I'm going to bring with me to the Dominican Republic. So without further ado, my dear, I'm sending you so much love, so much appreciation, because if you stayed to this point, then I think you understand the conversation. And if you want more conversations like this, I'm here for it. Until then, be well.